Hello, First Christian families. Welcome to our weekly devotional. Let's recap a little. Do you remember what we learned from last week? Last week, we learned that God loves us no matter what and works all things out for the good. Do you also remember the song that we learned a couple weeks ago? Magic Penny? Well, let's sing it again to help us remember. I'm going to add one more verse this time, but you can see if you can sing the chorus with me. And it starts with the chorus. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, you'll have so many, it'll roll all over the floor. For love is something, give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something, if you give it away, you end up having more. Well, money's dandy and we like to use it, but love is better if you don't refuse it. It's a treasure if you let, it's a treasure you'll never lose it unless you lock up the door. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. So let's go dancing till the break of day, 'cause if there's a piper we can pay. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. I really like that song. You see, it helps us to remember how important loving each other is. And our church wants to share God's inclusive love with everyone. Now, this last Sunday, we had our 2020 Hymn Festival. Did you watch the worship service with your family? Well, if you watched it, you heard a lot of songs, some Bible verses, and our disciples' affirmation. Do you know what an affirmation is? An affirmation is something that we all say yes to. And so the affirmation of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ is something that we all say yes to. All the churches that call themselves Christian Church Disciples of Christ, like ours. And today I want to think about one thing from our affirmation that we say yes to. We say yes that God makes us one with all of God's people. That has always been a big deal to our church. The Christian Church Disciples of Christ started because they wanted everyone who follows Jesus to know that God makes us one people and wants us all to work together for God's kingdom, even though all of us are different from each other. And that reminds me of a Bible verse, Psalm 133:1. It says, "How good and pleasant it is when God's people dwell together in unity." But have you noticed how people are all different from each other? People have different colors of skin and hair and eyes. People have different beliefs, speak different languages, eat different foods. Do you know another language? Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. That's German. I just said I speak a little German. A lot of time, though, differences keep people from working in unity. It makes people compare. People start to say, your hair is better than my hair, or I think my language is better than your language, and everyone should speak my language. This can lead to ignoring each other or arguing with each other. It can even lead to using and hurting each other. There are a lot of examples of people pointing out differences to try to make using and hurting each other okay. Can you think of any examples? Well, one example that I thought of, it's called racism. You might have heard that word recently because there's been some situations that have happened that people are saying are really examples of racism. And racism is the way that sometimes white people or people who have lighter skin like mine use and hurt black people, people who have darker skin than mine. But, you know, when we say yes to God making all people one, then we also have to say yes to noticing when a group of people are being hurt or bullied for silly differences. Like because they have darker skin, or because they speak Spanish instead of English, or because they came from a different country. A yes to God making all people one means that we have to say no to racism. So we sang a lot of songs last Sunday, but I want to sing one more that's about differences and unity, because God made us all different, but He also wants us to work in unity for the good of everyone. So this song goes like this. What joy it is to worship here and find ourselves at home, where God, who uses every gift, has room for all who come. Yet are no two of us alike, of all the human race. So we will seek the good of all, if we would share in grace. Will you sing it with me? I'm going to sing it again. It starts with, what joy it is to worship here. What joy it is to worship here and find ourselves at home, where God, who uses every gift, has room for all who come. Yet are no two of us alike, of all the human race. So we must seek the good of all, so we will share in grace. Thank you for thinking and singing with me today. If you want to think more about some of the things that we just talked about, you can look at the Disciples' Affirmation with your family. Or you could look at the Racial Justice PDF that Bloomington's Interfaith Friends put together. The link is posted below. There are books you can read together, and there are other videos that you can watch, including a Sesame Street video. Now, I am thankful that in our church, We are trying to say yes to our unity with each other, even though we are all different. And I am happy that God made us all different. So, goodbye until next week.